When I quit my job in Dubai to trade full time, I thought I cracked the code. Wake up, open the charts, make a load of money and live the dream. But my first month, it hit me like a brick wall. Nobody talks about the pressure, the silence, the mental battles when it comes to trading full time, when it's your only income. So today I'm sharing the truth that they don't tell you, what it's actually like trading when you become a full-time day trader and you quit your job. Before I went full-time, I had this picture in my head. I'd wake up, I'd go to a cafe, I'd make a few decent trades and I'd just head to the beach and enjoy the rest of my day. Because I thought that when you started, full-time day trading means complete freedom. But what I realized is that freedom that isn't structured turns into complete chaos. Because the markets don't care if you're relying on trading for your only income. Obviously, they don't care about you. They're going to move in whatever direction they'd like. So when you've got rent to pay, bills to pay, a lifestyle that you want to live, every pip feels so much heavier. The first truth that no one tells you is freedom without discipline is just stress with a different label. Another truth is the pressure that you actually put yourself under. Because once trading became my only income, every loss felt personal, every win made me feel on top of the world. So when I was losing, I wasn't just losing a trade, I was losing potentially my rent, my bills, money to travel, money to go out. So it affected me personally with each loss I took. So this really did knock my confidence a lot. And I started second guessing every single setup that I had. I started closing trades early or just forcing new trades because I wanted to make back my loss or because I had a target in my head, such as my rent, my bills that I needed to get by the end of the month. So I'd end up sitting here, looking at the charts for hours, waiting for a setup. Potentially nothing came, I forced it, I lost, and it was just a downward spiral from there. Because the market wasn't moving, but my mind was moving. And I was looking at it the complete wrong way, especially for the first really week to 2 weeks of doing this full time. That pressure that I put on myself and trying to force trades really did affect me. So the truth is, when you do go full time, every trade and every potential weakness that you had and you didn't realize you had gets amplified so much more compared to when you were a part-time trader. So if you struggled with patience before, or your emotions such as over trading, revenge trading, as soon as you go full time, it will completely break you unless you fix it before. So this next thing really surprised me a lot, and to be honest, I didn't even think of it when I did quit my job and go full time. And that is the loneliness that comes with trading on your own. Because when you're working a job, you have co-workers, you potentially have friends at that company, you've got structure and just people to talk to on a general day-to-day basis. Before this, I was in sales. So I was talking to people all day, every day. And then as soon as you jump into full-time day trading, you're in your own apartment or your own house, your own bedroom, no one else to speak to. Not many people who you hang around with will also know the pressure and the struggles of day trading itself. So it's actually hard to speak to people about day trading, especially when you go full time. And that's when you almost need to speak to people the most. And what's crazy is you can wake up, you can make a few $1,000s, which potentially could have been your monthly wage at your old job. You could lose a few $1,000s, which to some people seems absolutely crazy that you lost that doing trading. And when you feel brilliant, you feel like you've gained a lot of money, who can you tell? There's not many people to tell apart from yourself. And when you lose and you really just need to step away from the charts, just have a conversation with someone, it's a struggle because there's no one there to actually speak to you about it. And that isolation that you put yourself in can really, really mess with your head. And you almost just start trading just because it's something to do, just because it feels good, and just so you can feel something instead of just sitting there doing nothing. Especially once you've already traded that day, you've made your win, you've made your loss, and then potentially you did that in the morning. So for the rest of the day, in a way, you've got nothing to do. Journal your trades, back test, research into trading a bit more, but you don't want to overstimulate and over confuse your brain whilst doing this full time. I look at it where if I want to learn something new, implement something new, back test, I usually do that on the weekends, just so it doesn't mess with my real trades during the week. So what really helped me is I just learned to switch my identity. So I had to switch from my profit and loss being me, I had to put that somewhere else. That's my trading. That's only me for a few hours a day. Then I have another persona. That's me for the rest of the day. So I try my best just to get out as much as possible, just speak to as many people as possible. So as soon as I finish up trading for the day, I'm out. I'm out the apartment, I'm doing something. Even if you don't have access to a car, just walk outside for a few hours, get fresh air, just reset, become your normal self again, and then just chill, because you've made your money. As long as you've done your journaling and other parts of your rules and your strategy, then just take it chill for the rest of the day. There's no point trying to force or overtrade. So the turning point for me, and to be honest, I'm lucky that I realized this within myself quite early on, is halfway through the month, I realized I had to build structure within my days. So I stopped treating trading like a game, and I started treating it like a proper business. So I built a very, very solid routine. I'd wake up, I'd get outside, I'd do exercise, I'd clear my head. I'd get back, I'd then look over the charts, mark out my key levels for the day, look at any potential setups that can come, and then I would only trade my best trading hours. So for me, it's the first 2 hours of London session, and it's the first 2 hours of New York. If I don't find a setup within those 4 hours throughout the day, I do not trade. It's as simple as that. And if I had a winning trade and I hit my limit, I'd walk away. If I had a losing trade and I hit my loss for the day, which I set myself, I would walk away. So my max loss per day is 1%. If I go minus 1% on the day, that's it, I walk away. It's as simple as that. But once you do implement it and build a disciplined routine, it really helps. And I actually found when I was trading less, just within these 4 hours per day, I was actually winning more. So within trading, sometimes less is more. Because trying to force setups, force trades, it's not good. Because when you start doing that, you end up gambling. And that's not what trading's about. Trading is about discipline, routine, and consistency. So this is what I learned from my first month of day trading full time. I hope you guys can take these on as well, because honestly, they're so important. I wish I knew it before I started doing this full time. I'm lucky I realized these things pretty soon. But I don't want you guys to get into the same trap. So your emotional control matters so much more than your analysis, because you can know every single setup in the world that's going to happen. But if you can't sit still and be disciplined within yourself, you will always end up losing. You'll always end up overtrading, and you'll just end up losing anyway. And you're going to be sat at your desk, sat on the charts much longer than a profitable trader. Number 2, consistency isn't about trading every day. It's about showing up every day with the right mindset, with the same mindset, and following your rules. If that means you didn't take a trade that day, it's still a winning day because you followed your rules. I mentioned it in a previous video. I don't rate my days off profit loss. I rate them out of 1 to 10 on how well I followed my rules. So if I saw no setups, still took a trade and won, did I really trade or did I just gamble my money? So being consistent, it doesn't mean you need to take a trade every day. It means being consistent and following your rules. Because at the end of the day, you're battling against yourself. You're not battling against anyone else. It's your own mindset. You've probably got the skills there regarding strategy and setup. So just stay consistent within your mindset and within your day. So the next point, which kind of links into the last point, that trading full time does not mean that you take more trades. It means you're taking better quality trades instead of taking 5 low quality trades, because you have the full day to sit down, to analyze, and to see where the market's moving. So when I was working, it was very hard for me to sit for 2 hours at the start of London session and 2 hours at the start of New York session, because I was meant to be working, and that's 4 hours out of my workday. The company would not be very happy if they found that out. So trading full times means I can sit there and analyze throughout the times that I've set myself, and it means I don't need to rush into any low quality trading setups. Some days I'll take no trades at all. But that's the brilliant part about trading full time, is that you know you will be free tomorrow or next week at the same times to take these setups. And I went back through my stats, and since trading full time, I've taken much less trades. However, my earnings have gone up dramatically because I'm able to hold trades. I'm not closing them early. I'm entering at better points in the market because I am free to enter now. But it definitely does not mean that I'm taking more trades, because more trades usually does not equal more money. And number 4, which is one of the most important parts, is the routine that you set yourself is going to be your best friend. Even if it's something simple as just wake up, go outside, have a coffee, sit down, analyze the charts, step away again, then come back when it's your set trading times, trade for the hours that you set yourself, walk away, have a nice evening. It's as simple as that. If you guys want to add anything else into it, of course you can, but especially through Monday to Friday, keep the same routine. It's going to be boring. Trading isn't fun when it goes well. When trading's going well, it's boring, it's consistent. You've got to be disciplined. You could be the most motivated person in the world, but if you don't have discipline, then it's not going to work out for you. So before trying to get your motivation up, work on your discipline. So if you are thinking about going into day trading full time and quitting your job, here's just some honest advice. Don't rush it, be consistent, build everything slowly. You'll have all the time in the world. You don't need to rush into things. Know your emotions like the back of your hand. They are one of the most important factors within trading. You really have to work on your emotions and teach yourself to almost detach yourself from trading. And the dream of day trading full time is definitely real, but only if you treat it as a profession. Don't treat it as an escape, don't treat it as a game. Because as soon as you start doing that is when you start to get overconfident and you end up losing trades. So the truth is, full-time day trading isn't just about freedom, but it's discipline disguised as freedom. So what I mean by this is, before you think about going everywhere to day trade, like while you're on holiday, traveling the world, become disciplined within yourself, within your routine. Then you can start adding these bits that you want to add after it. So if you did find this video helpful, please like the video to help other traders find it. Also, if you want to see more videos like this, please feel free to subscribe. And if you have any questions or something that I didn't cover in the video, put them down in the comments. I'll answer them as quickly as possible. I've also put a link to the live broker that I used. So if you want to sign up to them, you can click that link and get started there. Also, I put a link to the prop firm that I use as well, which is FTMO, one of the largest prop firms in the world. Links there as well if you want to get started with FTMO. And again, thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.